Hello, church. I hope this finds you doing well, and I hope this finds you preparing for the 4th of July, a great chance for us to celebrate our freedom in this nation, one that we should not take for granted. I think all the time about all the places in the world I've been and the challenges to the gospel and the challenges to Christianity. And while they are increasing in our nation, there are no roadblocks blocking us from getting to church. There's no one checking to see if we have a Bible in our car or our backpack. So I pray that we'll take some time tomorrow amidst the celebrations, the watermelon, the burgers, the hot dogs, to just give thanks. So I hope you do that. So let me also share with you just a side note. We have been preaching the last couple of weeks on the ruthless elimination of hurry, and I have been working on this more diligently in my life. And can I tell you, it is horrible. Let me just tell you right up front that I just feel like I'm under constant attack and threat to every attempt to slow down. So I'm still fighting the good fight as I declare war on the hurried life. So if you've been following us and this has been your story and you are experiencing the same things, know that you're not alone. I think it's going to take more than just 1 week to break this habit. So I just wanted to share with you that it has also been a struggle for me to slow down, even as I am teaching and preaching on this concept. So we find ourselves in a part of James. It's really 2 parts. So this week is part 1, next week is part 2. And so we would say that this week's lesson would be a faith that is dead upon arrival. So we'll go to James chapter 2, pick it up in verse 14. It says this: "What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes or daily food. If one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, keep warm and well fed,' but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it?" Pause there for a second. Let me just say, first of all, it's incredibly insensitive, right? And not Christ-like. We pick it up in verse 17. It says, "In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. But someone will say, 'You have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds. You believe that there is one God? Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder.'" So faith by itself is not enough, according to James. Now, this has been a long-standing theological argument over 2,000 years as people have debated whether faith is primary or whether deeds are important. And so there's a crux of the matter that no one is saved by their deeds. You're saved by your faith. However, there should be evidence of this said faith, right? So part of what he's trying to say to us is that there should be tangible fruit of our faith. Faith by itself is worthless. It does nothing. So I would say to us is, how can we claim to be a Christian and never, ever serve? Never, ever serve. True story, we had a woman in our church many, many years ago who relentlessly and faithfully signed up for everything and then showed up for nothing. She loved being seen in the courtyard signing up. She loved to talk about how she had signed up. She loved to say that she was on the list. But honest to God, over a 3-year period of time, she never showed up, never came, right? So she talked a good faith game, but there were no deeds. There was no action. There was no follow-up fruit to that. Listen, one of the quotes I've been using over the last, 6, 7 months has been this: "You can choose to look away, but you never again get to say you didn't know." You can choose to look away, but you never again get to say you didn't know. And this is the story of what James is saying is, how can you look upon somebody who is hungry? How can you look upon somebody who is in need or needs a shirt on their back or needs provision and then do absolutely nothing? It is the basis of all our communion offerings, is to partner with ongoing ministries that are feeding and clothing and providing shelter. It's part of our hunger project work that we do in packing meals for the schools so that children go home and have meals to eat on the weekends. We take really seriously that not only do we have faith in Jesus Christ to love and save the souls of our neighbors, but we also feel a sense of responsibility to be a part of helping those that are struggling or marginalized by our society to find solid footing, to enjoy some of the fruits and blessings that we do. So I would say to us as we wrap things up, faith is not just a mental assent. It's not just something that happens inside your head. Like, I choose to believe, therefore I'm good. It's more than a mental assent. The truth is, it's a bodily response to the truth of Jesus Christ. It is to say, I look into the ministry of Jesus and I want to be his hands and feet. So it really is faith and deeds, not faith or deeds. So as we come back and look at this next week, we'll have some tangible examples that James provides. But for this week, what I want you thinking about is there fruit of my faith? What others say of me, I know they are a Christian because of their love and how they act and how they live. So church, I hope this has been helpful in setting a platform. I look forward to being with you again next week as we do part 2 of this. So keep in mind what we said right at the very, very beginning, that faith without deeds is dead upon arrival. So again, have a great 4th of July, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Love you, church.